2. Hey, what's up? I'm live at 10:30 on a Friday night. How are you, Miami? Yeah. See, I knew it. I knew if I were to go live later on. I used to hit these numbers back in the day when I used to go live at 10:30 on a Wednesday, Tuesday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live like how I used to do a year ago. Welcome, Miami. How are you? Sellers, Big Jish, Del Codal, Microdose. What's up, fellow Miamian? Connor, Mike, Kat, Payway. Ain't no way. People wanted me to do it at 5 a.m. Ain't no way. People wanted me to do it after work. Ain't no way. All right. Go back to every day. Ain't no way. But it's good to be doing it again, though. I'm not going to lie. 10:30, I think, is the sweet spot, which I will be taking a survey again for all those that have helped me decide if I'm going to do it Friday or Saturday. So I'm going to announce it right here, right now, guys. The new schedule for the Miami Comedy Podcast is going to be Friday nights. We did it. We did it. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. I love that meme. All right, so look, here's some updates. Here's the updates. I'm going to be promoting the show in a whole different way, right? I'm going to be doing a lot of things in order for this show to get to the next level. Because, hey, look, to be honest, at the current state that it's in, it's through organic growth, right? Like I've been going out. I've been telling nobody, really. I'm going to be honest, guys. I haven't told anybody about the shows since I first started. I would just go live and then see what happens. And then the way the show got popular was by starting drama in the chat, mostly with women. This show used to pop off whenever I'd go on the chat and just start messing with the girls, and then the girls start messing with each other. And then next thing you know, this was like a soap opera. And I was like, I got to keep it cool. Because, the ladies always want to get into some drama. So I'm like, I can't do this always. And then they left. And then we got back to, doing comedy on a regular basis. Because look, man, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not the dramatic kind. I know you guys like it. I know you guys are all for it. Drama was funny. Of course. That's how you guys stay entertained. How can I get into some shit that does not involve me? Pull out the popcorn. Let me see this. Oh, man. Here we go. This is actually a great segue, guys. This is a fantastic segue. How not to get triggered. We're living in a very sensational, over sensationalized era. And that's why I want to do the podcast. I feel I've always felt that this is the best way to do comedy. Wine Poppy, Joseph Nay, Maddie Light. Okay, you guys are wherever the hell you are, and you're tuning into this live stream to get some sort of comedy through somewhat of a comedian somewhere in his garage. This is it. This is comedy in a nutshell of the future. Okay, I can't wait till I'm a hologram in your living room. Hell, you might even be able to 3D print me when I'm in my 50s. A lot of possibilities in the virtual space. And the reason why I like it so much, not only is it convenient for you guys, and not only does it not involve any sort of middleman, okay, but I can also trigger you through this thing. So before I get into the triggering thing on how not to get triggered, which is a very important thing to consider, okay? But before we get into that, guys, what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the future of this podcast. So I've decided Friday nights is going to be the night that we're going to do this. By the numbers alone, I can already tell that this is a kind of a good one because the weekend is getting started. And let's face it, not everybody in Miami is out to party just yet. You guys at 10:40 are having a pizza, watching a Netflix episode before you even step foot out of your house to go to a bar at 1 a.m. Okay, 1 a.m. is the time that Miami actually goes out dressed up. You guys are showering at 12:30, right? You guys are texting your friends, oh, I'll meet you there. I'm right around the corner. And you're still in your underwear watching some sort of Netflix documentary, okay? I know Miami. you're not out at 10:30. Okay. You're still at home, enjoying dinner, having a glass of wine before you go meet somebody, God knows where, at Las Rosas, and you go out and you make your mistakes. Wine Poppy is having wine. You see, I knew it. I know the demographics. All right. I understand Miami. I get it. I've been here the majority of my life. I understand you people. And I mean you people in the most offensive way. You people of Miami, I got to make you laugh. I got to make you people laugh. I hope I'm triggering you because that's the theme. I have Netflix. You see? What's up, Jess? Welcome to the chat. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to participate, give me some hearts. You know what? That's one thing we got to change in the podcast. If you're watching, put some hearts in, man. If you see me getting all emotional and flustered, if you see me getting triggered, put some hearts on there. Put something on the chat. Interact with me. I got to go to Twitch. Your boy's going to Twitch. Your boy's going to go to, I'm already on Facebook and YouTube, but I don't really promote it there as much. But I'm going to do now. I got to find a whole new audience. So get this. Look, I'm already working on a brand new studio. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. I'm already working on a brand new studio. I'm going to get a desk. I'm going to get these new lights. I got this thing that just came in the mail. I took off the sticker because I didn't want you guys to get my address, you weirdos. Unless you want to send me something, then you could just DM me. Or if you want to come over and give me some sex, I'll go ahead and give you my address. But for now, for the safety of this show, I took off the sticker. All right, so get this. This little device right here is going to up the game a little bit because, look, I'm not going to lie, man. I got to go to different channels. All right? I got to go and promote this somewhere else. All right? And for those that used to be on the show back in the day, when I used to promote it somewhere else and people used to actually show up on the Zoom call, Zoom bombers, people posting nudes, putting racist comments. We're going back. We're going back. We're going to go back to that world. I'm going to go out on the internet. I'm going to take this outside of Instagram. And I'm going to find my dedicated audience out there because I know they're out there. And I can't wait to trigger them. All right, so look, check this out. This is called an Elgato Stream Deck. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but apparently this is kind of like apps for your computer. But what the apps do is they get programmed. And hey, I'm not sponsored by this device, okay? I'm just sharing with you guys, okay? And what this thing does is whenever you are live streaming, oh, and it feels nice too. Whenever you're live streaming, you can do multiple functions while you're live streaming. So it becomes like a studio in this little handheld device. Well, not really handheld. You just put it on your desk and it lights up with these little buttons on it. And, when you go on different channels and you got to do different functions, you can just push a button and then the function occurs, right? So in that way, I don't get overwhelmed if I got to boot somebody, if I got to put some sort of weird graphic whenever someone donates or buys a shirt or whatever, right? You connect it directly to your computer. And this is it. This is going to be the next step. Every time I get something new for this podcast, the quality goes up. But I take my time, right? I'm not going to get it all at once because I don't want to be the kind of guy that gets a whole bunch of like devices. And then I got a studio full of technology and I'm like, I don't really know how to use none of this shit. So now I got to go learn how to program this thing so that the podcast can run more smoothly. And yeah, so look, check this out. One last announcement before we get into the triggering part of the show. We are gonna do multiple segments on a podcast. So I got to figure out if you guys want a 30-minute show or a 1-hour show. You guys want to do Q&A? You guys want to do interviews? You guys want to bring other people on here? You guys want to bring yourselves on here? Sometimes I put you guys on the chat right here on the live stream, and you guys don't even know what to say. And I'm just there looking at you. It's like, spit it out. Say something. Hey, forget it. Manny, how dare you ask for support with that kind of attitude? See, I don't even know how to connect. All right, let's move on. Whatever. All right. So yesterday, I'm going to give you guys this story about people getting triggered. Thanks for the hearts. Hearts go a long way. Give some hearts. Put some hearts. If you ain't doing bad, just put some hearts, guys. This is ridiculous. This is my core following, the worst. Just there judging me. Make me laugh. Do something. Put some hearts on there. Nah, I ain't getting no hearts. I ain't clicking nothing. I got to go out there. I got to find a new bunch. All right. A more loving bunch of people that give me the support that I need. Quit your whining, Manny. Get to the comedy. All right. So I went. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. So I go on Facebook, right? I wake up early. I'm having a good day. Sun is shining. There's no rain. And I'm like, hey, last night, exactly. Look, OG Arteller, who has a horrible username, is out here telling me, entertain us. Now, I don't know if he means us as in him and his multiple personalities, or maybe he's got his dick in his hand. I don't know. But he's talking plural here. What up, Nick? What up, Caesar? Imagine some guy holding his dick. Entertain us. I chose this over Pornhub. Speed it up. My dick's getting soft. There you go. How's that for entertainment? Oh. All right. Focus. So I go on Facebook and I write, Dave Chappelle's special, The Closer, which I highly recommend. Like, if you haven't seen this, right after this show, not right now, but right after the podcast, go on Netflix and go watch Dave Chappelle, The Closer. I say it's one of the best specials that I've ever seen, or like one of the best that's ever been made. Right? And people that I haven't spoken to in years started popping up. You guys ever posted something and then out of nowhere, people that you haven't spoke to just show up to give you some sort of negativity. I actually didn't think it was funny at all. I got the LGBTQ community and the feminist movement. And I'm like, oh my God, where have you been? Now I can't unfriend them because then they think I'm transphobe or whatever. No, but you know what? I'm actually really good friends with the LGBTQ community. I have a lot of great friends. So just to back it up, all right, I'm not being hateful. I'm just saying that people started popping in and giving me some flack because I enjoyed a special that was controversial. That's it. That's all it is. So I realized, as I get into coaching, as I get into the comedy game, as I grow as a comedian, now that I'm getting into my 40s, I'm realizing that society is kind of going through this phase where they just don't understand humor anymore. It's incredible to think that if someone goes up and it's called a comedy show, it's like right above comedy, and they listen and they're like, that, no, I'm offended. Can somebody please put being offended on the DSM-4? Is it called the DSM? What do they call that thing? Mental illness? Mental illness, DSM-4. Oh, it's up to 5 now. Good. Can we put the DSM-5? Can we put being offended for no reason on the DSM-5 mental illness book? I'm telling you guys, I have a theory. And my theory is this, that the least sense of humor you have, the more likely you are to just be completely gullible about what's going on around you. And I think it's a mental illness. All right? I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that people are getting offended for somebody that thinks differently than them is crazy. That's crazy talk, because for a fact that not everyone is the same. Not everyone has to agree with you. In order for you to survive, in order for you to thrive, you need to understand this. This is a part of life. People will be different. You know what it is? It's thought racism. It's thought discrimination. Hey, you know what? We're onto something here. You don't think like me. Lynch him. Hey, I think there's a good joke somewhere there. Oh, you're not going to think like me. Oh, we're going to hang you on a tree now. We need to lynch this guy. He doesn't think like me. I don't like the way he's thinking. I don't like his jokes. And I believe that this sort of being triggered society needs to understand that there's different people that are living that are not them. And there never will be another them, right? Because we're unique snowflakes, right? We're unique. Hey, you know what? There's something going on here. Hey, we just made a really good connection. Oh shit, this is good. All right. So the liberals say we're unique snowflakes, but then they get mad when someone else is a unique snowflake as well. Oh, we're on oh shit, that's actually a good joke. I got to write that down. Hang on. Unique snowflakes get offended when they realize not everyone is the same. Oh, shit. That's a great quote. I'm going to go down in the history books with that one, guys. All right. So continuing on. Here's how to not get triggered in today's society. Here's how to kind of understand that the opinions of other people will always live with or without you, right? All right. So the first thing you can do is take a deep breath, right? So let's say that you go out into the world and you hear something that offends you. Here's what you do. You just go, okay, I accept this perspective that this person is having. And then you walk away. Okay. If you go and watch a Netflix show and and you know, it's getting a little heated, it's looking like it's going to talk about things that'll probably upset you. You could just click back and then go watch something else. Right now, those are the quick ways to do this, right? To not get triggered. If you want to then take it to the next level, here's what you got to do. The first one is acknowledging the fact that people are different. That's number one. Because if you can't acknowledge that, we can't move forward. Okay. Very important. The second thing you can do is you then have to realize that in order for us to survive as a community, as Americans, what we have to do is live in unison with the difference of things. Okay. If we can't do that, we can't get to the next level. All right. In order for us to continue as Americans, as a Western society, as a democracy, we have to accept other people living within us with their thoughts. Well, not within us in a way like, oh, and they're in my house, right? Because I'm not going to have no Confederate waving guy in my house. No offense. But, you know, I've hung out with you guys. I've seen what you guys are like. All right. You guys have a couple of beers. Then you guys go, woo! And then it goes crazy. I've been there. All right. I've been camping. I've heard you in the distance. All right. What happened to your cheek? Oh, yeah. I'm breaking out, bro. All right. Well, you want to riff on this? Sure. I mean, I was going to do it anyway. So I stopped drinking in a month ago. And every time I stop drinking, my face stops swelling. I have like, I don't know, my face puffs up when I start drinking. This starts getting puffier. My cheeks get puffier. And then when I stop drinking, I start glowing. But the thing is, in order for the glow to come, all these toxins start coming out of my pores. This has happened 3 times in the last 4 weeks. This one comes out too. 3 times back to back. Like it swells up, it goes away, and it swells right back up again. And I'm like, all right, the sober is kicking in. I'm going to be glowing in no time. All right, but let's get back to it. Now, is something hateful wrong? Yes. Yes, I do agree. All right. If anybody says anything offensive to the point where it's a threat, right? Your life is in danger, or, you know, like some sort of warfare or terrorism, mass shootings, bombs, explosions, right? That kind of thing. We're not going to say that, hey, he can blow that up if he wants to. He's protected by the First Amendment. No. I'm not saying none of that shit. I'm not saying you go out and you beat somebody because they're different. Okay, I'm not saying that. I know that that exists, and I know it's an issue. What I am saying is, in order for us to thrive, is we have to take in other people's contradictory ways of thinking. Okay, America can't grow without that. All right, and because of the internet, we're now realizing that that exists now more than ever. All right, I hate to get serious about it, but like the internet is the reason why people are getting triggered. For two reasons, two big reasons why people are getting triggered because of the internet. The first one is people grow up sheltered. If you were born and the internet was already made, you're getting into Reddit groups, you're getting into Facebook groups, you're getting into chat rooms, you're finding friends that think like you, you're finding websites that back up the way you think. So now you're downloading the sheltered way of thinking. And then if someone else comes in with something different, that's the second part. Then the internet is when you go on social media and then all that stuff mixes, that person's sheltered thinking plus that person's sheltered thinking, and then they come together, then it becomes this inflated, let's storm the Capitol because I can't stand the fact that this Democrat is in the office, right? And then they go online and they bring everybody together and then they storm the Capitol, right? Like that is the internet, the downside of the internet. And that's why we're stuck in the way we are, man. But the fact that I go on Facebook and I say Chappelle's special is one of the best specials ever made, and people are arguing with me. All right, fine, you can argue with me, but it's like, you're just showing that whatever it is that you're going through is yours and yours alone. It ain't mine. I just enjoyed a special by one of my favorite comedians. Then you rolled in and then you were getting mad because of what that special was expressing. Well, guess what? Netflix thought it was funny. Netflix paid millions for it. What's up, Danny? What's up, Alia? All right, so let's go back to it. Let's break it down. How not to get triggered. You got to understand people don't think like you, number one. No, take a deep breath, number one. Number two, you got to understand people don't think like you, and you got to be okay with that. And then step three, put yourself in their shoes. America, Russia, China. What's up, Kuzi? Iran, North Korea, France, Germany. I don't know what you're saying, G-Reds. But yes, those are countries. Are we doing a test? Is this a test? Those are countries, right? None of them are continents. Yeah, they're that country. Yeah, countries. Yeah, so that's it. All right, let's get to the reads, everybody. Oh, we might get new sponsors now that we're going to relaunch the podcast. That's interesting, right? LU Venus, guys. LU Venus is a health insurance agent and a subject matter expert in the world of health insurance. So use him as a resource. If you have questions, he has answers. The people he helps the most are those who do not have health insurance because they believe it to be unaffordable, and those who do have health insurance and are complaining about how much it costs. He can help anyone, anywhere with anything regarding their health insurance. So call him today, 305-335-3944. That make all that shit you said happen. Oh, so you're one of those people that think like all these countries infiltrated. Yeah, there's people that think that, but that's the internet, bro. You don't know that. No one really knows that. That's all just contemplation. That's some Alex Jones shit. North Korea is hacking our computers and telling us to eat raw chicken, and we're slowly rotting our brains with salmonella. That's like an Alex Jones episode. Congrats on the new sponsors. Thank you. Yeah, I'm surprised too that a lot of people are like, hey, yeah, I like your podcast, man. You're doing good. Let me be a sponsor. Be like, all right. Dude, it's been going on since the Cold War. Yeah, dude, but tell me the details of it. How much money went into it? What was the propaganda? All right. It's not the only way that you have an accurate representation of what's going on, G-Reds, is if you were part of it and then you're leaking the information. That's the only way I would ever accept 100%. Oh, you know what, G-Reds? I was just thinking about this. Another way to not get triggered. Take everything with a grain of salt. I read what G-Red says. I accept it. I understand it. I share my opinion on it. And then we meet in the halfway. We're like, all right, you know, you think that, I think this. Can we move on to the dick jokes, please? Simple. If I knew that I'd be dead, mano, well, you got to sacrifice yourself for the sake of the truth, right? If you really believed in what you're saying, you got to sacrifice yourself. Isn't that right, G-Reds? So why don't you go get a job somewhere in intelligence? Why don't you go get a job somewhere in intelligence, go leak some shit, and then go join Snowden or whatever. And then I'll be like, yo, G-Reds actually went out of his way to get the truth out there. 100%. Pussy jokes, not dick jokes. Nah, dude. I like dick jokes instead because I have one and I have a very close relationship to it. And because of that relationship, I can laugh about it. But I got to admit, man, even though people are getting triggered, more stuff to make fun of. I wish I'd leak all that to you, hero. If you're saying I'm a hero or Snowden's a hero, I'm no hero. I'm just the guy with a garage and an internet connection. I'm just the guy hiding somewhere in a garage with internet connection, bro. UFO Cats, what's up, man? Oh, UFO Cats sounds like the kind of guy that would agree with you, G-Reds. You know? Oh, yeah, another thing I'd like to point about being triggered, man. There's people out there that are literally alive just to trigger you. President Trump did it for 4 years. Oh, what a great one. What a great example. An entrepreneur / billionaire person, businessman, became the president of the United States for 4 years, and no one can tell that he was trolling a country. People took everything he said as face value. You know why that happened? Because they get triggered easily. There was no sense of humor involved. They just saw it, took it as face value, and they're like, this is exactly what it is. This guy is the worst. This guy is the worst president we've ever had in history, so on and so forth. It's like, you don't understand that this guy is rich and he doesn't care about your opinions. He's going to go up there. He's going to talk his shit. He's going to piss you off. And then he's going to go back into the office and be like, mission accomplished. I pissed off exactly who I wanted to piss off. And you're just there ranting on the internet. I can't believe he said these things and he targeted this culture. That happens because of the fact that you get triggered easily. Oh, Manchurian Candidate. You guys ever seen that movie, Manchurian Candidate? You like Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Yeah, exactly. So Donald Trump put in a trap card every time he steps foot into the press conference. He sets up a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card for all the people that get triggered easily. Hell yeah. Is that where you were going, UFO Cats? Is that where you were going? You see how I completed that one for you? I see the direction you guys go. Let's see. Oh, I was going somewhere with this. Oh, yeah. You guys ever seen the movie Manchurian Candidate? Continuous trap. Yeah, exactly. It trolls continuously set up traps. You guys ever seen the movie Manchurian Candidate with Denzel Washington? All right. If you haven't, go watch that movie. And there's a scene where like somebody goes up to Denzel and like whispers something in his ear. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And then like he gets activated. Right? And then he starts doing whatever it is his mission is supposed to do. Bro, I feel like the internet is turning people into Manchurian candidates, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a little creepy to mention it. But it like people can't read the words anti-vax without them going into the comments and writing a whole story. It's crazy. If you guys want to go see my sketch, I did a sketch for fun. I did a sketch like just to have fun, right? Like I just did a sketch called Anti-Vaxxers in the 1900s. I'm not saying I'm an anti-vaxxer. I'm not saying anyone else should be shamed or if you're do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care if you get the shot. I don't give a fuck. But I'm a comedian, so I got to make fun of this shit, right? So I found an opportunity in my head to creatively make a sketch about an anti-vaxxer in the 1900s. And then out of nowhere, out of the woodwork, some people show up and then they start, bro, judging now. Judging is not the term. These guys were writing paragraphs like this big on the comments for a comedy sketch. It was like 4 of them. 5G vaccines, it comes Manchurian candidate. It was like 4 of them, dude. And it was like just meandering information. You should have gone with 1920s. No, what was it? You should have gone with polio shots because in 1920s that was being developed and polio's bacteria. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the fuck are you? What are you talking? It's a sketch. This ain't journalism. What was something else some guy said? The only difference between the 1900s and now is that the government is mandating you to take the shot in order for you to... What? What are you talking about, man? The government's not mandating you. The government's not knocking on your door and saying, we're taking your house unless you take the shot. What are you talking about? But these people in their heads, they just get activated. They read the word. They just read the word. There's these words that trigger them, and then they just... It's incredible. It was Jack the Ripper and anti-vaxxer. What's up, Yam Portillo Lewis? Welcome to the chat, guys. We're here talking about how not to get triggered or to even see the trigger coming. That's actually a good one too. Seeing the trigger coming is a big one. Yeah. Times are tough, man, especially as a comedian. You know, whenever I do coaching with my clients, I'm realizing that having a sense of humor is some sort of perspective literacy. And if you guys really want to like keep your sanity and have fun in the process in the current times, I think your best bet would be to learn how to have a sense of humor, because a sense of humor is really how you can control your thoughts for the benefit of everybody, right? It's like you don't get angry, you don't get mad, you don't take everything as face value. You kind of just laugh it off. You know what I mean? So instead of getting triggered or instead of getting angry because someone thinks differently or because someone says a word that, it's also, you know, it's also a lack of emotional responsibility, unfortunately. Because people just like their emotions get in the way and they don't allow themselves to think critically, you know, and it's upsetting, man. It's upsetting as a comedian, especially because we're put in the world and put a smile on your face, but instead you're saying that you're mad because of what we're saying. Quite you. I don't know what you mean. What's up, Josh? So, yeah, that's kind of what we're going through right now. It's kind of rough. But yeah, a sense of humor is definitely a skill. It's okay. I forgive you, bro. High five. Okay, UFO cats. I don't need your forgiveness, bro. Especially by somebody called UFO cats. I don't need any sort of acknowledgement with anyone with having that username. Anyways, yeah, I think a sense of humor is probably one of the things that we're lacking as a society. And in order for you to understand a sense of humor, I think what you got to do is you got to put yourself in other people's shoes and laugh at that. And yeah. All right. So yeah, back to the podcast. I'm excited. I think that the next stage of the Miami Comedy Podcast will be a lot more fun. We're going to try to bring in a different audience, right? I bet with a name like that, for sure. We're going to try to bring in a different audience. We're going to see if we can build a community off this humor that we call Manny's humor on a podcast called the Miami Comedy Podcast on a Friday night. What do you guys think of 10:30? All 2 of you. Is 10:30 a good slot for you? Are you at home having a glass of wine? Yeah, I think 10:30 is a good time, like how we used to do. I got to go out there and got to promote it. I got to go do like a Facebook event. Not now. I realize that you can schedule live streams so that you can tell people it's like, hey, I'm going to go live. I didn't know that. The internet is really changing very quickly. You can promote a live stream now. Let's have a vote. All three of you. Friday nights, either at 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10:30. And the reason I didn't like doing it at 10:30 before is because 10:30 was kind of like that slot that made me upset. Like whenever I talk to people on the chat back in the day when the streams were all about drama. Because when I first started this podcast, there were like these girls that were always arguing and participating, and it was just drama. It was like the Manny Garavito and his friends of drama queens. It was just girls arguing and shit. And then everybody was tuning in to go see these girls argue. And we were popping. But now, no drama, bro. Well, I mean, what time? UFO Cats, if you as a stoner, since you're not going out to party, you're staying in and smoking weed. Safe space. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's a safe space. Anybody can talk here. Just don't get offensive to the what a hypocrite. No, but don't get offensive to the people on the chat. I don't tolerate that. You can say whatever you want to me, but like once you start going on the chat and you start like dissing people on there, it's weird, So let's not do that. How did you know? All right. So 10:30 it is. Well, no, let me cast the vote because there's not enough people on the chat right now. But let's do I'm going to go on the Instagram. I'm going to go on Facebook, do a poll, maybe Twitter as well. And I'm going to see what it's like Fridays, 10:30. Yeah. I can't wait for the new stuff to come in. I got these lights coming. I got this desk coming. And I'm going to go out on Twitch and I'm going to go out on YouTube and Facebook and figure out like how to promote. Because if I can make people come out to a comedy show on a Monday, excuse me, or on an off night, if I can do that, I'm pretty sure I can have people click into a live stream. I mean, come on, Manny. I can do this, I can definitely do this. And the thing is, I haven't done it and it's over a year already. And that's all I'm doing is I just go boop, boop, live. That's all I've been doing to promote this show. And then all it does is interact. All it does is attract people like UFO Cats over here who's smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still glad you're here, UFO Cats. I hope it's some good stuff too. Oh, man. All right. That's it for the podcast, guys. Make sure you go to miamicomedy.com/group to join the group that we're going to be doing. And all right, UFO Cats, take it easy. You're the only person talking. Jesus Christ. Don't do drugs. Yeah, go to miamicomedy.com/group. Join the virtual group. We're going to be doing some exclusive hey, G Reds, good to see you. They're still on here. Yeah, all right. So you guys here that are listening, go to miamicomedy.com/group. Join that. We're going to put some exclusive clips on there so you get to see those from these episodes, like all the good parts. We're also going to do the polls there. All that good stuff, all that exclusive stuff, everything in moderation. Absolutely. Everything needs a balance, as everything should be. Didn't Thanos say that? And then he snapped his fingers. So, yeah. And if you want to support the show, you can always buy a badge. A badge won't hurt, right? You can buy a badge, or if you really want to support the show, you can go to miamicomedy.com/shop, get yourself a t-shirt, and I'll send it your way via mail. And the shirts are actually moving. Thanks to everybody that's purchased them. All right. That's it, everybody. I'll see you guys next Friday. Keep an eye out for the polls on when we're going to schedule this show. And yeah, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody.